global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Some fortnight ago, campaign media person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the person of Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, had shared a video where Sheyi Tinubu, the son of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, hosted a Lagos walk, which was actually organized by his son, Sheyi Tinubu, in a well-organized Lagos state, and it gave a challenge, as a challenge day thing, to Peter Obi that he should also bring out his son if he has the capacity, having been the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu ruled for 8 years and his son was able to organize such, that Peter Obi, who also ruled for 8 years in Anambra, his son should be able to organize such. The vibes went on, and Nigerians decided to show Festus Keyamo and Nigerians who Peter Obi's son is and what they think about the situation. In fact, some persons have a different narrative altogether to this matter. Before we go to the newspaper to find out why Festus Keyamo seems to be roasted on social media right now, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified so that you update our channel on YouTube. Well, this is coming after the spokesman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, son, challenged Peter Obi to urge his son, Osiloka, to organize a campaign march in Awka, Anambra State. Keyamo made this call in a tweet on Saturday while reacting to a video of a campaign march organized by the son of APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Sheyi Tinubu in particular. He wrote Lagos walk organized by at ST Tinubu, that's S Tinubu, Sheyi Tinubu, in a well-organized Lagos state. And I said, this is an open challenge to Peter Obi to allow his son hold a similar walk in Awka, Anambra State, where he governed for 8 years within next 1 week, especially on a Monday, or throw in the towel. Reacting to the challenge, Sweeps unearthed a clip of what Peter Obi's son, Osiloka, does for a living, adding that he has no time participating in such challenges. In a clip, Osiloka appeared. A Hollywood actor was pictured acting in a movie titled Avenue 5. The clip has garnered a lot of reactions from Nigerians on social media who commended the politician's son for being independent and pursuing his dreams and not basking in the offerer of his father's wealth. Some persons have reacted to this. In fact, what's supposed to be some sort of dizzying, some sort of insult, ended up being a good parenting accolade given to Peter Obi, and the fact that he was able to raise an independent son who does not need to enter politics because his father is a politician. He said Festus was daring at, one Nigerian said here, he said Festus was daring at Peter Obi's son to organize a rally in Anambra on Monday yesterday, like being a former governor's son is a career. Another person says, oh dear, is there no end to how every attack on Peter Obi means that something stellar about him gets unearthed? APC PDP must feel like all their guns discharge bullets from the back, because what is this? They asked him, what is all this? Another person said, how many billionaires have independent kids? This one is only son who forgets. Peter and Margaret no be most people mates. It takes a lot of discipline to raise an only son to be independent. And I tell you, they're saying nothing but the truth. And that person here says, Peter Obi really raised a focused, responsible, and hardworking man as a son, unlike Agbado's son that goes around Lagos and Abuja, packing up strippers here and there. I don't know about that. That's a Nigerian talking on social media. And that person here says, Peter Obi's son hustling to take care of himself. He never depended on his father's wealth to survive. What a man. And that person says, at Peter Obi taught them contentment and independence in all ramifications. This is so impressive. And that person says, you have to agree with Peter Obi when he said his son is a very busy man and he doesn't have much time with him because he's focused on his career 24/7. Lent is even a producer too. And that person says, Peter Obi's son is an actor. His kids are not waiting for anybody's money. They are making their own money. Nigerians have also reacted to it. But let me say this very quickly. What was meant to be an insult for Peter Obi ended up glorifying him as a better parent who did a good parenting on his children, particularly his only son. Now, this goes to show that when he says something about him being in governance, he does not believe that relatives of the leader must be at the corridor of power, championing or even stealing construction money or stealing Nigerian money in the name of contracts. And to tell you that he's not saying, like they will say, Toknadu, practice what you preach. He showed in his family. Why Keyamo is celebrating something that people should be ashamed of. It clearly shows that Nigerians are already at top of this game when it comes to politicking and propaganda. Because your father is a politician, must you be a politician? This is not a career path. Okay, your father is a politician, so you don't have, before now, you did not come with a destiny. So because your father is a politician, it should just pave way for you to be a politician. That's food for thought. And for some of us who are playing with 2023 election, thinking it's all about ethnicity, it will dawn on us by the time we bring in the wrong person. We are seeing the signs. For every time they try to bring down Peter Obi, they end up celebrating him. A particular obedient family said something very unique. He said, you're shouting the words Peter Obi's sons. He said, all obedient youth who have gone out the street to champion for Peter Obi are all his sons, and they have done well for themselves. This is obedient person now talking on behalf of Peter Obi's son. Peter Obi's son himself is busy doing his thing. He has a career path, which means whatever you are holding, whatever his father is doing, hold his father accountable, not him. I'm not belittling anyone. If Sheyi Tinubu decides to be a politician, good for him. But to compare two people from two different career paths, this guy is making waves in Hollywood, not Nollywood, though. Hollywood, where the standards are very stiff, standards are very high. And he has made a name for himself. I would say kudos to good parenting, not just for Peter Obi now, but even from his wife, Margaret, who have stayed behind the scene, backing the husband behind the scene and ensuring that the home front is well protected. So what ought to have come as a bad one for Peter Obi ended up making people realize, is there any part Peter Obi is not good in? Really? Empathy, he's there. He's the one that championed this whole cause of visiting victims of flooding. Due to governance, negligence of governance on the part of the present dispensation, we have floods almost in most major cities of the country. And according to the governor of Bayelsa, he said no senior government official have visited them. And of course, every month we expect that all these oil-producing states must always remit the oils and all that. But now they're going through disaster. No one is going to see them. Peter Obi championed the cause. He didn't just give some 20 million, even though Obedience also made sure they contributed full stuff to that effect, also looking out for their own. They are Nigerians looking out for Nigerians. Peter Obi also gave 20 million. And somebody somewhere just threw 100 million somewhere, and their belief said, oh, come on, let them just take this one, they need it. Empathy is also important. It's all up to us to get it right. What came out that's supposed to be a challenge ended up celebrating Peter Obi. That's my personal opinion. What's your take on this?